Yes, sir. On time.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
On
What's going on
time. No,
with you, bro?
no Tyson tonight. I'll fix the screen really quick before I get shit about that. What's going on, everybody?
All
Hope you
right, I
guys are doing
appreciate that.
well. The link is now in the chat. So, Ty, what's going on, man? How you been?
Man, working, bro. It's my busy season, man. Just trying to get it done. My big to my man in Ohio today, bro. Every time I see him, man, he's like, "Yo, man, I'm looking for your chat, bro. Want to watch you guys tonight, so I'm hoping he joins the chat tonight, man.
What do you see this
And
guy every week
we're gonna
now?
talk about this wonderful team we have. How about you?
What do you see this guy
Yeah,
every
man.
week
You know
now?
what? I've been going to Ohio a lot, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Listen,
yeah.
bro. They giving the bag, bro. They giving. Listen, I gotta leave tomorrow, deliver tomorrow, go back to Pennsylvania, then back to Ohio for Friday, bro. They definitely compensate, brother. So I ain't mad at nobody.
I
Trust me.
thought my schedule was bad.
Everything good on your
Balls,
end?
what's up, man? Yeah, I'm hanging in,
Balls.
man. Just fucking staying busy with work. If any other rookie quarterback had Mac Jones' stat line from last night, everyone would be calling them a bust. I hate the Pats. Listen, give Bill
Oh,
Belichick credit, man. He did what he had to
balls.
do. He did something that no other team
Yo.
in NFL. I mean, when was the last time you had a team that ran that only threw the ball 3 times in a game and fucking won and dominated
Three
the line of
times.
scrimmage?
Hey,
Still,
ball.
the
Hey,
Bills
boss.
knew what they were doing every
Hey,
play, and
boss.
they
I'm
still
not.
couldn't
Listen.
stop him. That credit to Belichick. I'm not even focused on Mac Jones last night.
Hey, 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 listen. I'm gonna tell you this, balls. You're absolutely correct, though. I mean, listen. 3 times, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, it's that system, man. Yo, you know how I feel about the Pats. But at the end of the day, Bill Belichick is the greatest coach to ever coach in forever, bro. He's a fucking monster, bro. Like, I was rooting for Buffalo last night. Trust me. So, definitely a hard one.
Steve, get well.
Oh, get well, Steve.
Cliff, what's up? Start
What's
bringing
going
some
on, big
people on in
dog?
a minute. We'll just say what's up to the chat real quick. What's up, Jose? Yeah,
Jose.
Bill's run D did not look good, and their response after the
Yo,
game, getting so offended by that question, like, "Yo, you guys got embarrassed out there." I don't know why they were so offended
yo,
by that
bruh.
question. They
Yo,
went off about that.
46 runs. Yo, 46
Yeah.
runs. Yo, bro.
We're getting there. We're getting to the Jet stuff. Plenty of time to fight tonight.
Uh,
We'll be fighting
man,
all night
listen,
about Zach
bro.
Wilson and the defense
Hey,
and all the other bullshit going on. Corey
cause
Davis out for
there's
the
no more.
year.
There's no more joy in the world watching the Pats lose, man, and watching them win just kills me. I don't know about you guys, but
There you go. Mathematically, the Jets are still in the hunt for the playoffs. Got to believe to achieve.
no, we're not.
Mathematically,
What's
we are.
going on, really? Yeah, yeah.
What's up,
After
Vin?
this week, we won't be.
Shit.
High prime time. What Tyrone at, man? Damn, bro.
Now Tyson's got some stuff going on tonight. I
Damn.
believe he's out.
Yeah.
Um, JT showed them the blueprint. All right, let's start bringing some people on. We will start it off tonight. We will go with John.
Hey
Yo, John,
guys.
what's up, man?
What's going on, John?
Yeah, hold on a second. Just want to make sure you guys hear me, right?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
good,
we hear
man.
you, bro. What's
Yeah,
going on with
good.
you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm making a request to Romeo that he do a video just on your guys' reaction to Kessman's second miss. You
What
know,
an what an embarrassment. I mean, we've
Uh,
said it every night since, but like, how could he have won that competition? How
I
bad must
know.
Amendola have looked during the week?
And the thing is, I'm not really like kind of a hopeful guy myself, but I feel confident about Eddie because he was like the best kicker coming out of college in 2018. He played for the Bears. He was 27 of 29 on his PATs.
So are we getting
20,
excited? We're getting excited about any Pinheiro
John,
now?
John,
Ugh,
yeah.
John.
ugh.
Listen, John? Listen, I don't care about the stats, big dog. I watched this man miss 2 field goals back to back. That actually, you know what I'm saying, the whole momentum of the game changed, man. Like, yo, that was detrimental to what we were trying to do. I mean, we ended up going, you know what I'm saying, going down 14-12. That was a big loss, man. And listen, I understand, man, I don't know the pressures of being a kicker or whatever. That's your only fucking job. That's all you do is kick. Like, yo, you can't make a little 26-yard field goal, bro. That was horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where you changed the head coach's whole outlook of the game.
Is this
Like now,
that?
you know what I'm saying?
Is this true that he once missed a field goal from the 1 yard line against Penn State in college? Did he really do that? Because that's
I
the
don't
case.
know, but
He never should have put on an
I
NFL uniform.
understand your guys'
it
point.
was
I'm
it was
just
horrible.
saying, I have a good feeling on him. I'm just saying, but
No, no. Listen, I mean, anybody should hopefully be better than the last 8 kickers that we've had here that have all gotten cut. But when your team is 3-9, I mean, it's hard to get excited about a new
Yeah.
kicker.
And
I
speaking of
mean,
which, how the fuck does
um,
Jeff Ulbrich have a job at this point? I mean,
well,
any coach worth their salt would have fired this guy weeks ago. The thing is that what worries me about Salah is there's no accountability. Is that there needs to be a message sent to the defense saying, you know what, your ass is on the line. I'm getting rid of the fucking coordinator. Now it's on you. Do you think Belichick would
but
keep
but
him on staff?
but John, hold on, let me ask you a question, John. Is it the coordinator or is the guys just not performing? I mean, listen, man,
I
these
think it's
guys are.
both.
Listen, I think the biggest problem with what I thought was going to happen is I thought our secondary was going to be our biggest problem. And the defensive line, I would have never believed our defensive line would have played as worse as they played. But that's a physical man's game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we watched the game last night. That was physicality. That's will. So that's effort. So at the end of the day, I understand certain guys are talented guys and they're name recognition guys. So they need to be held accountable. We don't know what's coming up from that. Listen. I'm not happy with the defense coordinator. I'm not happy with our defense giving up more points than we've ever given up in just history. So
Yeah.
it's definitely some part of the coordinator's fault. But to say to fire him right now, I don't see that, bro. I just I think it's the players. Listen, man, we have a losing mentality, bro. You have to understand that, man. We
No,
are a losing
I've been a fan
franchise.
since
And
1986. Of course, I know that. You
well, then
know.
if you know that, then listen. If you've been a fan since '86, I've been a fan since '83. No,
Wow.
listen. I've been with this team, and I love this team, bro. And I always listen. I don't want anybody to get it confused, bro. I love this team. I never want us to lose. But for the first time in probably my life, I'm seeing shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm really seeing that. Listen, man. We're trying to tear this thing down and rebuild it. I'm just tired of the rebuilding part of it. Like, yo, Zach played better, and I knew this was going to happen. Like, even what you do on your cut-ups, bro, you understand. Like 1 week, this defense plays really, really well, and the next week they shit the bed. But that's the problem. And I don't know what disconnect they're having. Like
And
maybe you give it a
and
Monday and
and
Tuesday off.
and Tyson brings it up all the time that Salah's words are coming back to bite him when it's all about will. When you see your defense, especially the front
Yep,
seven, which I think personally has more than enough talent to at least be holding their own. They
yep.
shouldn't be getting shoved around like
Anybody,
this. You start
anybody,
question. I
anybody.
mean, you can question everything at this point, and I don't know where to put the core of the blame. Whether it's just effort, talent, coaching, play calling, scheme. I mean, I think it's a combination of everything. But the biggest thing to me, I feel like there's so much space. Part of it like a big part of it has to be scheme. Like you don't see
But
anybody blitzing
Yep.
at all. Guys are just sitting back in the zone. There is so much room to run untouched. I mean, could it be effort to a certain degree, perhaps, especially late in games when you've been on the field for a while? But for the most part, like we look flat.
I think
Well,
it's a combination
let me
of
ask you another
both.
question, though,
Personally,
John.
yeah. What was that, Tyrone? What'd you
No,
say?
no, no. No, I said I want to ask you guys another question then. So tell me this though. Listen, last year was our defensive line better last year than this year? Is there more talent this year than last year?
Similar. I mean, you
Mm,
added what? You added Rankins, and I mean Franklin
pretty
Myers is still
similar.
here. Quinnen's
I
still here.
mean, right?
Fatukasi's still here.
We
Shepard's
added,
still here.
we had, we had, we added Vinny Curry as well. So he's out for the season. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Listen, what I'm saying to you is this though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we were number 5 against the run last year. So
Yeah.
what changed? You know what I'm saying?
And,
That's my
and
whole
and
point.
they
You know
got
what I'm saying?
CJ Mosley
What
back. They got
changed?
CJ Mosley back. So
Yes,
why is it
sir.
so bad?
Yeah.
So why is it so
Promo. Yes,
bad?
sir.
And,
It's
and for
effort.
Goldberg to run
It's
his mouth about, oh, we're coming, you don't think the Eagles had that on their bulletin board, you know, that's going to set
it's
you up to get your ass kicked,
but
and that's if you got a big mouth and you can't write your checks, that's what's going to happen. But
Well, John,
one quick,
let's end on a positive. What were your thoughts on Zach Wilson?
no, he
Ho-
was
Hopefully good.
tremendous. I want to say one quick thing. Yes, he
Yeah.
was tremendous. I think second half he was forced to press because of because the defense couldn't stop anybody. I think he and LaFleur were forced to press, and that's why I think he struggled a little bit. But one more quick point, and I'll let you guys
Yeah, go ahead.
go. I mean, obviously, we all noticed Mac Jones only passed 3 times. But there's an interesting nugget on that, which I found out through Sportsline, and I actually been tweeting about it, is that he mentioned in a tweet in 2015 that he never saw snow in his life. He never saw snow in his life. And I think Belichick used that and said, okay, we're not trusting you to throw the ball in these conditions, especially if you don't have experience in rough weather.
I don't think it was as much the snow as it was the
Nah, man,
55
it's the
mile an hour
wind.
gust. Yeah,
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it was. It was.
but
Listen,
he's not
he doesn't
used to
have a. He doesn't
northeastern
have a big
weather.
arm. Nah,
You know,
but
he's
listen,
going to
man.
have
Listen,
to
they
find
drafted
out
for a
about
reason.
that
He doesn't.
at
He
the end of
doesn't.
the game.
But he doesn't
I
have a
didn't
big
catch
arm,
that,
bro. So
Tyrone.
you know
What
what I'm
was
saying?
that?
Like you're not gonna put a guy with a. He doesn't have a big arm. He's not. He's you know what I'm saying. He's not a power passer. So he does. You know, he's not a lot of zip on his balls, man. He's a very accurate quarterback, but he's not. He don't have a strong arm. So he's not gonna be able to break through that. Listen, what they did last night against Buffalo, what they should have done. They manned up, put their big boy pants on. We're gonna run the. Listen, you know what we're gonna do, and ain't shit you can do about it. That's what I want to see from my team. I can't wait for that day to where we line up. Listen, you know what we're gonna do, and ain't
they
nothing you can
they
do about it.
bullied Buffalo
That's
last night, man.
Yeah, they
yes.
did. And
John, great call,
yeah,
man. Good talking with you. Have a good night. Hope
absolutely,
everything's well.
guys. You know, all right. Take care, man.
All right, be
All right,
good.
brother.
All right, next up, we got a celebrity. Tyson's gonna be upset that he missed his call. Steve,
What's up,
what's up,
guys?
man?
What's going
What's
on,
going on?
Steve? What's up, big baby? What's going
Hey,
on,
well,
bro?
first off, I gotta say, Tyrone, I am so happy I got to finally get to see you face to face. I mean, not up in person, but like face to face through this.
What's going on, bro? How you been, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How have you been? What's going on, Kevin?
Hanging in
Not
there, man.
much, baby. So what's your,
What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
how you
you
feeling
guys
about
were
the
making
game,
some
man?
points yesterday.
Good.
Before we talk about, like our past game against Philly, let me just say this right now. Watching that Bills Jets game yesterday, Bills Patriots, I'm sorry. It just really, really, really showed how good of a coach Bill Belichick is. Like, it shows how he's the greatest coach. He owned the Patriots ran the ball 46 times, and they tired out the Bills defense. Like, and the way of how that game was going. Listen, the Bills are a good team too, but Belichick absolutely outcoached McDermott last night. That whole entire game, he outcoached him. So, and the thing is, like, everyone's all saying, oh, Mac Jones is going to be a bust. Listen, what Mac Jones was put in one of the perfect systems ever. That system was perfect. We don't have that system right now. Neither does Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. Trey Smith, I don't know when he's going to start. And the thing with Justin Fields in Chicago. Look at what's going on. Mac Jones has proven that he's in a great system.
It's
He's in a
sickening, but at the
very
same,
good system with one of the
it's
best
sickening.
coaches in
It's
football.
sickening watching what the Patriots are doing right
Yep.
now. But you have no choice, even as a
Sure.
Jet fan, but to give it respect. I mean, the
I
way that
know.
he retooled.
Unfortunately,
I mean,
as
last
much
year
as
they
we
had
all
their
hate
downs,
the
and
Patriots,
in
unfortunately,
one
it's just they
offseason
have the greatest
they're back
coach
in first
ever.
place. So what are your thoughts on the
Unfortunately.
Jets? Let's get off the Patriots. What are your thoughts on the Jets? What
So
are your
yeah.
thoughts on the performance on
So
Sunday?
listen, Zach Wilson definitely this past Sunday made a lot of good improvements. His feet was moving really well. He threw the ball really well at times in the game. A couple of good deep ones to Elijah Moore, even to Jamison Crowder. And even that fourth down play was a really good play to Griffin. It was great. But the problem was about that game was the defense ever since after the bye week has been absolutely atrocious. And and honestly, like I don't know like what happened. And for CJ Mosley in the game to jump off sides on a 4th and 3 as a veteran linebacker he is, it's
And that hurt.
absolutely unacceptable for him to do that. It was unacceptable. So, I mean,
I
and
mean, but see,
something, that's the one thing going fearing into that game. It's just we just can't beat the Eagles. I don't know what it is. We just can't beat the Eagles.
I mean, Steve. I'm gonna say this right here, Steve. I hope that this doesn't go through overall well all night. But I don't want to hear how good the Eagles are. Listen, you know what happened, Steve? We beat ourselves. That's what we've been doing. It seems like we always seem to do that. It seems like, listen, Zach had his probably best game that we've seen, his most complete game, and then we watch our defense, you know what I'm saying, do what they've been doing. And it's effort, and maybe that our defense coordinator is not holding these guys accountable. Maybe that, we don't know the message they're giving them during the week, but we're as fans, we're watching our defense give up 7 yards of carry, bro. There's nobody in the NFL can stop that.
Yeah,
If we
no.
get 7 yards of carry, you're gonna win. You're gonna win every week.
Yeah, no, no, Tyrone, you're really on point there. Because the thing is, that's the reason why our rushing defense is ranked 32nd in the league right now, because we're giving
Yep.
up at least 7 to 8 per yards on the ground. Like Miles Sanders and whoever the other running back was, not Boston Scott, whoever the other running back was, they were running all over the Jet defense on Sunday. And the thing is, like, if you have a good, if you're going to be facing a team that runs the ball on you, 95% of the time you're going to lose games. 95% of the time you're going to lose.
Steve, was it effort or was it scheme? How do you feel?
No, it wasn't an effort at all. It wasn't effort at all. Like, there was no effort at all on the defense. It was like there were times where the defense on Sunday was absolutely frustrating me. It's like another thing is you gave up a third and 19.
Bryce Hall didn't show any effort. CJ Mosley.
No, Bryce Hall did. That pass interference call was bullshit. I don't understand. These referees are horrible. That pass interference call was one of the worst interference calls I've ever seen. Finally the one thing I was happy about on Sunday was that Saleh was finally showing emotion, like when bad things weren't happening, like when things weren't going the Jets' way, he was finally showing emotion. He was finally showing, I'm not going to take this shit anymore. I'm going to defend my team.
I'm in agreement with you that the emotion's great, but at what point as a fan do you want him to start doing more as far as taking more responsibility over the defense, whether it's calling plays or getting more involved with the game plan? Like, at what point does he have to start taking responsibility away from Ulbrich?
He needs to do more. He needs to do more. Absolutely, he needs to do more of that. He's got to, because honestly, if this is going to continue for these next 5 games, I honestly wouldn't mind letting Jeff Ulbrich go after this season. I don't. Honestly, I haven't been really happy with him as our defensive coordinator. I think, honestly, he's done a bad job.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. You're saying show more emotion. I want to see my coach listen to his fucking defense in the middle of a game. I want to see him walk over there and tell him to tighten up, man. Listen. Coaches coach, players play, right? They're on the field giving them 7 yards to carry. I understand we're not blitzing. I understand we're playing a zone. I understand that we're liable in a lot of areas on the field. But my defensive line with those players that we have, y'all can't stop the run. Listen, I don't mind getting beat by passing, but stopping the run, we've been getting ran over all season long. Big chunks. 264 coats.
No, Tyrone, you're absolutely right about that. I don't mind getting beaten on the pass, getting beaten on the run. You can't do that. Because if you get beaten on the run like that, like I said before, if you don't stop the run, you're not going to win games. You're not going to win games if you don't stop the run. And listen, now the thing is, like, there was at one point people were saying when we were getting ready to play Philadelphia, how the Jet defense was getting ready to play Jalen Hurts. Well, guess what? Hurts didn't play. We ended up facing Minshew. And there were reports going out that saying, I don't know if this is right or wrong, that we weren't prepared for Minshew. Listen, now going into the game next Sunday against New Orleans, you don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. Is it going to be Taysom Hill? Is it going to be Trevor Siemian? Who's going to be playing quarterback?
Don't worry, Steve. They're just going to prepare for the Saints offense, and they're going to be okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But Kevin.
But Steve.
Yeah, but Kevin, it doesn't matter. They got to prepare for whoever the quarterback is going to be in that game.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Steve, let me ask you a question, Steve. Okay, this is what this gets me right. So they're preparing for Hurts, right? Listen, and they still couldn't stop the fucking run. So what were they preparing for? You realize how a nut ass for a coach to say that? Oh, we wasn't prepared for this quarterback. What? Like, that's your job. This is our problem, man. Listen, man, like, this team, man, to me, is probably the worst Jets football team I've seen in a really long time. And that's Adam Gates, Todd Bowles. That's everybody. This team has been the worst I've ever seen with more talent than both of those teams. This is crazy. And we're sitting here having conversations about why this team is not giving the effort. We have a head coach that came in and told us from day one, hey, all gas, no brakes. It's been all brakes and no gas. I want to hold guys accountable. Has not done. There's no way you
Well, he's
have
showing a
that
little
much
more
money to
gas.
spend on the defensive line, and you guys don't stop nobody.
Hey, listen. No, Kevin just made a good point. Robert Saleh was definitely showing more gas on Sunday when he was yelling at the referees.
But
But
it's defense. Yell at your defense. Yo,
yeah, no.
go over there and let coaches
Tyrone. He
fuck
needs
you.
to give it to the
Baby
defense.
steps.
And I'll tell you something right now. Greg Williams' defensive coordinating was a lot better than Jeff Ulbrich was. I'll say
showed
that
up.
right now.
They showed up. They fought. Even though they lost games, they fought till the end. This is the problem. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I'll take losing with a 0 blitz over losing the way they've been losing. Give me the 0
no.
blitzes
The
and
thing is
aggressive
that
manner.
we got to see what happens in these.
Yep.
We got to see what happens in these next 5 games. I mean, the thing is, we got to see what happens this Sunday.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You're saying see the next 5 games. What about the last fucking 4 games we saw, Steve? Steve, in 3 games we gave up 150 fucking points. In 3 games, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
And
No, Tyrone, I know it's crazy.
That?
And I know everybody's all saying, yes, we are a young team. I understand that. But the thing is that it's like, come on, you gotta, the defense has to be at least better. I mean, listen, we gave up only 14 points to the game against Houston. I mean, listen, the Texans are a bad team. They're worse than we are. But the thing is, like, no, you can't give up over one.
They're not.
You can't give up over 150 yards on the ground each game.
Steve,
you
listen,
can't.
Steve, this is my whole point right here, Steve. And, this is my whole point right here. And I'm gonna say this real quick. The problem is this, man. Like, we're talking about, you said the next 5 games. Tampa Bay's on our list, correct? Buffalo's on our list again, correct?
Yeah, we got Tampa and Buffalo. That's towards the end.
Listen. You know who's gonna be the Saints quarterback this Sunday. You know who it's gonna be. Why? Because it can't stop the fucking run. Of course, you know who the quarterback is. Why wouldn't you? Yo, listen, it's effortless, bro. It's all effort.
Let's be real though, really quick. We can't stop the run and we can't stop the pass. I mean, let's just be honest. The dump offs in the flat
exactly
are just as easy as a handoff up the middle. It's an easy 8 to 10 yards almost every single time.
And you know what, Kevin?
It's not
the defense has been like this, Kevin, ever since after the bye week. It's been like this ever since after the bye. Even when we won the game against Cincinnati, I don't know how many yards we gave up in that game, but we still gave up over 30 points. Listen, to win games, if you give up at least 30 or more points, 90% of the times you lose. And unfortunately, that's what's been happening.
Steve, you've been a Jets fan a long time, right?
I've been a Jets fan since 2002.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Steve. Since 2002, we haven't been able to stop a fucking wheel route. We have not been able to listen. I don't even understand how a team can't fix that, bro. Like, I understand coaching, schemes, schematics. I understand that. You can't stop a back out the backfield catching a fucking 5-yard pass. I watched players in that Eagles game. You go back and watch cuts, bro. You'll see the back come out there and sit there. I've watched 3 or 4 games like this. There is nobody fucking near them. Nobody. They are listen, the closest guy is 5 or 6 yards away. I'm watching 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 5, and I'm watching my corners play 7 yards off the fucking receiver. You know what I'm saying? Listen, prime time, you said the best thing in the world. I'd rather 0 blitz every fucking down and lose that way than watch my team.
Not only do you establish an aggressive mindset on defense, but we talked about it last night. If your defense is out there, and we saw this on Sunday, if your defense is out there getting work for fucking 15 play drives, what does that do for Zach Wilson? Sitting on the bench.
It does nothing. Zach Wilson just has to sit on the bench until it's time for the defense. And one thing CJ Mosley quote after the game.
I'll let you talk, Steve. Go ahead.
One thing that Mosley said after the game, we didn't give Zach a lot of time to get back on the field. And listen, we remember in the 3rd quarter on Sunday, where the Jets only had the ball for a minute, 10 seconds. They only had it for 70 seconds, and that was it. 70 seconds, we
In the
went
third
3 and
quarter.
out,
In the
and for the
third
rest of
quarter.
that quarter, Philly had the
Steve.
ball.
Great call. Good talking with you. Have a good night, man.
Hey, you too,
Have a
guys.
good one,
Goodbye.
Steve. Good to see you, brother.
Couldn't get a fucking word in. Jesus. Trying, man.
Uh,
Oh, shit. All right, next up. Who
Yo,
we got?
Stevie, baby.
All right.
It's Stevie, baby.
I'm a little scared to bring Chris on, right? Last time, I believe he hadn't watched the game, right?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, man? How you
What's
doing?
up, Chris? Hey, man, did you
I'm good.
watch the game, Chris? Did you watch the game?
I was trying to tell you, Tyrone, I'm in Florida, so I can't watch any Jets games right now. But I did check
Chris.
the results. But I
You
did
the
check.
reason we fucking lost, Chris.
No,
Wait,
Chris,
I'm
hold on,
you're
not.
the
hold
reason
on,
we
wait,
keep
hold on.
losing every
No,
week,
I'm
bro.
not.
Wait, hold on. You checked the results. So, like, did you watch highlights? Did you
Yeah,
just check, like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
ESPN stat box? Like, what is
Yeah, I
checking
did.
the results?
Yeah. I like the Eagles game. That was horrible. But I have to admit,
How you know? You didn't watch the shit.
oh no.
Chris, how do you know? Highlights, Chris. Listen,
Well, what if I
Chris,
tell you?
hold
What
on,
if I tell
hold
you
on.
that I like the Braxton Berrios return that he made?
That was a
What
good
if I
return.
like the?
Chris,
What
listen.
if I like the
What were
way?
your thoughts on the defense?
Horrible, as expected. I like. It's a disappointment. It's a disappointment. I never imagined that. It's just I'm lost for words. I really am. I mean,
Me too.
Me too. I
you
with
know,
you, bro.
I would like
What would you say
the
the
next time.
core? What would you say the core of the defense's problems are right now, based on the highlights that you watch? What would you say?
They're letting receivers open. They're letting receivers open, and you know every time we lose to the Eagles, I have to ask myself: should we ask the Giants for advice because they're the only team that can stand up to them, not us? But we'll put that to the side.
Yeah, what are your
I
thoughts
like
on Dak Wilson's highlights?
I was just going to tell you about that. He's improving. I like the way he's beginning to evolve more and more, get used to the system, and that's what I want to see as a quarterback. But I want him to show me more. I want him to show me that he's like the captain of the team, that he wants to push the team further into the future.
Gotta
'Cause
run,
right now-
gotta run a mile before you can run a marathon.
Yeah.
Sunday was a nice baby step for him. He came out strong, 3 touchdowns, 3 straight drives.
I
Didn't have
did.
the ball much in the second, third quarter. So you give him credit for coming out strong. At
What
the
I
end of
like
the game,
about-
I mean, he was forcing some throws, and you don't really blame him because they were down 15 at that point.
You know, guys, the point of all this was, all I want, because Tyrone, you say you were a Jets fan for 4 decades. Am I correct? Exactly.
5 years old, sir.
He's
My
speechless.
So
5 years old, Chris.
exactly.
My dad said, "You see that team in the green and white? That's your football team." I ruined
Exactly.
my life. I ruined my fucking son's life,
And
and
then
now I'm about to ruin my grandson's life, Chris.
you see, this is
When did the
exactly.
shit stop?
That's what I'm
When
trying
you
to
watch the game,
say.
Chris. When you watch the game, this shit
How
will
can I
be
watch
over,
it?
Chris.
Listen,
You
how can I
don't
watch?
care about us, Chris.
How can I watch? Let me ask you guys this question: how can I watch the game if I'm down south for the holidays and all I can watch are Dolphin games?
Chris,
NFL Game
let me tell you
Pass,
something, man.
legal
I ain't
streams.
missed a Jet game, Chris.
Let me see what I can do
No,
about that.
a fire stick, Chris. You gotta do something, bro.
That is your
Listen,
home.
Chris,
That is your
you're the
homework for
reason we
this week.
haven't won a game
Find
yet.
a way to find a stream
Yes,
of the game.
Chris.
Call back
Yes.
next Tuesday with an actual
Yes.
game report.
Okay.
talking to you,
I'll
Chris.
give it a try.
All right,
But
man.
look, guys. Before I let you guys go, I just wanna conclude with this. All I ever wanted is for us to be a dream team, like we almost were in 2010. That's the kind of team I want to see. I want them to show me that they can do it, that they can prove to themselves that they're going in the right direction. That's all I want to see. That's it. I mean, I just want to see that. Okay, if they can, here's the thing: if they can win these next games, that's telling me, okay, they're going on the right direction. You know what? Next year, I'm going to start watching Jets games, so I can see how much they not changed, evolved.
I was about to end this. Now
Chris,
you
hey,
baited
Chris,
me.
man.
Okay, what were your thoughts? Really quick, 30 seconds. What were your thoughts when Adam Gase finished? What was it? 6-2 over his last game. What were your thoughts at that point?
I don't know. Adam Gase. I thought he was going to be a playoff coach, but I was wrong. So
Okay. Chris, have a good night, man.
Hey, thanks for calling.
have a good night,
Chris.
buddy.
Yeah, have a good night,
That'd be
bro.
good.
Good night, guys.
Prime time. You listen, man. Why am I turning to Tyson tonight, bro? Like I'm really about to fuck the whole. I'm about to really go left, bro. Listen, man. If you
I'm
call
being
this
too, I'm
fucking
being too
show
nice tonight.
and you
I'm being
have
too nice.
not, if you have not watched the Jets game, bro, what do we have to talk about? What can you say to me that I gotta suffer through the shit? Why I gotta do by myself? Chris is the reason
All
we
right.
haven't won in 10 years, man. Chris, he said he watched the game. Come on,
All
man.
right. All right. We got another
Highlights?
caller here. We're gonna bring some redemption to the Chris name here. I think. Let's try another Chris. Let's see how we can do with another Chris.
What the fuck do I say? What the fuck
Exactly,
do I say?
exactly. What did you say, Chris?
Anything,
done. What
anything
the
about
fuck,
the
bro?
game. Anything about the game.
Oh,
All
shit.
right. So
Hey, hold on,
first,
Chris. Did you
what's
watch the
up?
game?
What's up?
Did you
Huh?
watch the game, Chris? Did you watch
I
the
was
game?
there. I was there.
Yes, sir. See,
Oh,
I love
shit.
you, Chris. Let's go. Talk, Chris.
All
Talk
right.
your shit.
No, first, real quick, I gotta say, ever since COVID hit, working at home, you guys have been an absolute fucking godsend to just have as mindless. Not my. I don't want to say you guys are mindless by any means, but just to have the background noise while working away. So I look forward to this shit all the time. This is the first time I'm joining you guys live at the expense of being able to watch this again tomorrow. So just thank you for bringing me on. So,
No, dude, no, seriously, appreciate that so much, man.
Yeah,
It honestly, it means the same for us. Like just
Yeah.
being able to, have some kind of distraction to get away from all the bullshit that's been going on. the
yeah,
last 20
for
months or
sure.
so,
I mean,
so.
like
Yeah.
from watching it all the time, and like not to take up too much time, but like seeing Jose come on and Afram, who should fucking record audiobooks because he would put like Morgan
Yo,
Freeman
yes,
out of
sir.
business, man.
You're
Like
yo.
like you got. I know everyone said it. Like such a calming voice. Like you could be all riled
Yes,
up,
sir.
like after last Chris, not watching the game and stuff like that. And Adam Gase being a playoff coach, but we'll not go there. We'll not go there. But
So before we get
yeah.
into the game, what were your thoughts on the stadium atmosphere? Because I'm a season ticket holder my whole life, and I haven't been to the last couple of games, so I'm curious.
Yeah,
From somebody that was there, what was it like?
So the last game I went to, well, I knew going to this game it wasn't going to be as bad as the last one, because the last game I went to in person, Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts.
Oof.
So
What a
that
game
was
I was there for
my
that
last
one.
game.
I was
Yeah.
there for that one.
God.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
was
wanted,
definitely
like I
good,
said,
bro.
like I'm from Pennsylvania, right? So I don't come a lot. I got my nice little Jets cave. If you want, I'll grab the computer and I'll go and I'll show you the whole setup in a little bit, real quick, all the way through. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I watch them at home. Being from Pennsylvania, it's mostly Eagles country. My fiance and I decided, since we're getting married next year and stuff like that, that we're not going to just buy each other, some useless shit that we need, right? So we just had the experience. Like, she's an Eagles fan, so we went. My dad tried raising me as an Eagles fan, but I was 5 years old. I wanted my own team. Green was close to the color of the Eagles, and Boomer Esiason was the quarterback. So to a kid at 5 years old, Boomer is like
Yes,
the coolest
sir.
fucking name in the
Boomer,
world.
baby.
So because of Boomer Esiason, I'm a Jets fan, for better or worse. But no, I mean, dude, it was, probably a little bit less than 75% full, like 4 or 5 to 1 Eagles to Jets fans. Like it sucked. At least I got to see first downs that weren't from penalties this time. So that was cool. The only first downs we got in the Ghost game was from penalties, but
You got more touchdowns in the first half that game, I think, than we had all year.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. I mean, I've probably maybe been to 6 or 7. Probably my favorite game I was at was the 10th anniversary of September 11th, and I mean that's one of the best Jets games of all time. So seeing Joe McKnight, rest in peace, block that kick, and Trufant running that back, and then Revis getting that ceiling pick, like, oh man, like better days have to come, man, because moments like that, like I'm getting fucking goosebumps just thinking of that shit all over again. Like
I missed that. I legitimately missed that feeling of actually being excited for games instead of just like, all right, let's just get this shit over with, or let's just enjoy the tailgate and then go suffer for 3 hours inside. I legitimately miss having this team to root for, having exciting games to root for.
Yeah. And like the one thing, like when I left the game and like I looked, like, because I wasn't paying too much attention to the stats and stuff like that, I was like, oh, obviously Zach played better. Like, is there more things that could get cleaned up? Sure. I mean, there's gonna be. It's a process, trusting the process, right? Can't wait for the shirt to come in, by the way. But
Tyson's on it.
yeah, it's good. I'm sure it'll be a minute. Like my one buddy does like clothing stuff, so I know there's like crazy delays, a lot of shortages and stuff. So, shit, I just lost my train of thought. I don't know where the hell I was.
Well, what was your thoughts? What were your thoughts on the defense, really quick? Where do you think the key issue is there? I mean, do you think Salah's got to get more involved at this point? Is it just a talent issue, scheme issue, effort?
See, I think it's a lot of effort, and for me, this is the most troubling part of it. Is I could see like if it was another one of these blowout losses where Zach's turning the ball over numerous times and stuff like that, but he wasn't. The kid was sharp. You know what I mean? So if like you're totally, dejected and like coasting, whatever, if you want to say that for the rest of the season, like I could see if your offense is bad, but like, I mean, there was signs that could have been a fucking shootout from, first minute of the first quarter to the last minute of the last quarter. It looked like we were going that way, but I mean, dude, to what, just over a minute in the third quarter to have the ball, like, oh, that's where I was going. Like seeing like Zach only had like, what was it, 160, 180 yards. And I'm like, like still it's not a lot, but then I'm like, damn, he basically didn't even play for a whole fucking quarter because they couldn't get off the field.
From 10 minutes left in the second quarter until the end of the third quarter, they had 6 plays. They had 6 plays. Minus the kneel down at the end of the first half. 1 3 and out, then another 3 and out. Sandwiched in between long drives. That's what it was.
Like, what can you do? But like
70 seconds, bro. 70 seconds in the third quarter. That's crazy.
Like I think Connor said this earlier, and I absolutely agree with it. I think what you're seeing is, it's rearing its ugly head how many years of bad fucking drafting there was. It's just catching up. Like we're throwing guys out there, let's say everybody's healthy and, it was Marcus May that goes down, but, Lawson was still there, all the cornerback, everything else was going good. You have one person that's now thrown into the deep end swimming, but you have everybody else be able to like kind of lift them up around him. But now you have all those rookies, the undrafteds, everything. Like it's tough. Like, I mean, I don't want to make excuses because it should be better than what it is. I'm not arguing that.
But Chris, teams do it all the time, Chris. I mean, like,
I feel you.
And I understand. And I understand what Connor's saying but it's just hard to watch.
No,
when you watch,
dude, absolutely.
effortless defense. Let's listen.
If
it was been the cornerbacks getting beat all day, I could accept that.
Yeah.
But watching 7 yards, 8 yards of
no, it's inexcusable.
The Eagles have a solid running. They have a solid line, man. But it's just old, bro.
I mean, you just hit on it, Tyrone. I mean, the secondary is where you can excuse a lot of the mistakes. That's where you have a lot of your youth, a lot of your inexperience. You just picked up Elijah Riley 3 weeks ago. Ashton Davis probably shouldn't even be starting. You got a lot of rookies at corner pretty much all year. Your entire cornerback rotation has been rookies or second-year players. So that's where your inexperience is. The front seven is where you dedicated a lot of money and some premium draft picks as well. And those guys, like you said before, also, they were playing well last year. They were stopping the run last year. So what the fuck changed?
It's an all or nothing thing. Like last week, like you have them feasting, and then this week it's like, dude, nothing. I mean, nothing. And like
every other. Well, listen, it's every other game though. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah.
It seems like we have a great game with the defense just we had 7 sacks against Houston.
Yeah.
And then we come back to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even get that. Like, how do you just dominate 1 week and come back next week and just shit the bed?
Yep, absolutely. Like, luckily, the dude next to me in the stands was a Jets fan, and like, my fiance, she's fucking cheering every time Goddard, going off fucking 100 yards basically in the first fucking quarter, and then like me and him are just looking like every fucking time, like. And I literally told him, I looked over to him right before he scored. I'm like, we're about due for a Goddard touchdown. He looked at me like, I'm like, what can you say? Like, we've seen the fucking story before. We know it. If you're a fan, you know it. And like,
it's just been on endless loop for the last 18 years.
And I mean, like,
repeat, baby.
I mean,
watch, rinse, repeat, baby.
They fucking had me though. When Berrios had that return, I'm like,
oh,
maybe.
Yeah, that first drive, we're like, oh shit, here we go. We
Yeah,
showed up to play
yeah.
today.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
I
look,
was,
look,
I
hey,
was.
hey, when that hole opened in the middle, bro, and he was gone, bro. And listen, when he beat the punt, I was like, he's gone, bro.
Yeah,
All he needed, whoever was in front of him, just to block that guy a little bit, man. I was like,
yeah,
yo, we
yeah.
starting off, and Zach comes out there, boy, touchdown. I'm like, yeah, baby. And I watched the Eagles go
Dude,
all the way.
me
Listen,
too,
I
me
knew it.
too.
Listen, when he missed the field, when he missed the field goal, I said, here we go.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
watched
No,
him
that
drive
was the sign.
all the way
That
down
was
the field.
so. So
Yeah.
let me tell you, for real though, I don't have it on me, but my fiance the other day, she went and she got Chinese food. I don't really like Chinese food, right? So she got her fortune cookie. She doesn't eat it, so she gave me the the cookie. So I open up, crack it, and it says, "You will get an unexpected surprise real soon." I put that fucking fortune in my wallet and took it into the stadium. I was ready to take all the fucking help we can get, man. Needless to say, it didn't work out. But real quick,
Yo,
before
take a
you
lot
guys
more
let
than
me
that.
go.
Good one.
Yeah, before they
Real
go, show
quick.
us the cave. They want to see it.
All right, I'm gonna spin it around. You just let me know. Does it look good here?
I see a light.
Yes,
Oh, now I see
yes,
name it.
sir. I see.
All
I
right,
see. I
so
see the goat.
yeah,
I see
so
Boom over there in
name
the
it
corner.
signed jersey.
Is that Boomer or
Boomer
O'Brien?
Esiason,
Boomer?
signed game used jersey. Jeremy Curley jersey from when he scored his first touchdown.
Nice.
Sheldon Richardson
Yeah,
signed jersey. Zach Exchange.
Got some good shit in there.
Yeah.
bro.
82-inch TV. You guys, if you ever want, I know you're always at the game, Kevin. But
party at your house.
Yeah. And then all the signed stuff from training camp for over the years since like 2009. So yeah, this is my baby down here, fellas. This is my baby down here. So
hey,
Chris, man, great calling in. Thank you for all those. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, one last thing, Pronto. Hey, Chris,
what's up, brother?
Wouldn't it be nice, yo? You can have a Super Bowl party in your man cave.
Yo,
Wouldn't that be nice, bro? Shit ain't gonna never happen, but it'd be nice though. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. If the Jets ever made it to the fucking Super Bowl, man, I don't know what it costs. I don't even want to think about it, but best believe I'm there.
Whatever bill I got is not getting paid. Trust me and tell me that.
Yeah, believe that.
Have a good night, bro.
All right, guys.
Hey, great call, bro.
Have a good night, man. Appreciate all the support, man. Thank you.
All right, keep it up, fellas. Keep it up.
I appreciate it.
Dope ass
Have a
call,
good night,
bro. Great call, man.
Great call. All right, we needed that. Save the show a little bit.
Yeah,
we were on shaky ground for a while. Tyson was gonna be mad at me.
I was going for the Tyson tonight, baby. I was about to be Tyson tonight, baby. I was about to listen. If you tell me if you call on the show and tell me you didn't watch the game, you watch highlights, I'm probably say something crazy to you. Just want to let you know.
All right. Next up, let's keep the positive momentum going. We'll bring Afram on.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Afram, how you doing, man?
Yo, listen, every time my girl get mad at me, I just want to call you and have you talk to her, man. Because whatever you say, just calm.
I'll give you my number at the end of the show.
What's going on, sir? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. My team's tied 1-1 here. Chicago and Rangers. So
okay.
I got the Knicks on in the background.
They're playing really good. At least they're giving me some enjoyment in sports right now. The positives. The kid looked good.
Let's start with that.
In the beginning, he was throwing accurate passes. Then he veered off left and right. So some of the receivers were making adjustments on the. Thank you, Vinny. Adjustments on catching ball. They had to reach back. He's got to learn to. It's amazing that even those passes he still needs to work on. But that pass he tried to throw downfield that Elijah Moore didn't catch. I guess that was right in his hands. It was amazing how on the run he threw that ball with more accuracy down the field than he does short passes. But it was good to see that he could stay in the pocket and he was zipping that ball in there when he had to, like the one he hit Crowder with at the and before they got down to the 5-yard line, I think it was. So there's some positives there. Unfortunately, Moses almost got him killed. That was some. Look, he got right back up. I give it to him for that. But he's looking good. He just needs to, he needs to understand, Learn how to had touch to his throws. Not everything has to be zipped in, like Brett Favre used to do. Every throw was like a rocket. Just take what you can get, what they give you, and just follow the scheme. If Frank White, what am I going? Frank White with Mike White can do it, and Josh Johnson was it because they followed the scheme and they did what they were told to do. So he needs to understand that and get better at what he's doing, and that's it. These next 5 games is all about him progressing. That's all you want to see at this point. As far as the defense,
let's get to the negatives.
Listen,
the most important part.
Tyrone, you mentioned the point that every other game. Let's take a look. The Eagles are one of the top teams in rushing. Do you see the size of those linemen?
Yeah.
You see the size of linemen on the
Oh,
Colts? Yeah. They're getting manhandled, and it's going to happen. And unfortunately, you're not going to get – they don't have anybody. This is a whole new scheme for every player on that team. For every player on that team.
Is it effort, though? I mean, listen,
well, it's effort. It's also with 12th game in the season. And, they've lost a lot of guys, and they're getting beaten out. They're wearing out. They're still wearing out.
We're averaging 7 yards to 8 yards to carry.
Yeah.
Listen, we understand that. When it comes to the defensive line, man, that's mind over matter. That's man on man. That's physicality. To me, they're not being physical. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not being an aggressive team. And I don't know if that's coaching or guys are just not held accountable, or these guys, you know what I'm saying, get to the point to where they get down and listen, how can you tell me that they played that well against Houston and then the next week come out or played that well against Tampa Bay and then come up with this? You know what I'm saying? Same one with the Colts. We gave up 264 yards.
How good is Houston's offensive line?
I mean,
how good let's be honest. How good are these offensive lines we're playing against versus what we have talent-wise versus what they have talent-wise?
But we have
I'm not trying to make excuses, but this
defensive line.
Do we?
Defensive line, I think, should be better than what it is. Linebackers, I mean sandwiched around Mosley, you've got a lot of inexperience. But even Quincy Williams, I mean, the coaching staff's been talking up Quincy Williams. When he's been on the field, he's looked good. So, I mean, you have him, you have Mosley. You've had Trevor Rankins most of the year. You have Williams, a legitimate player. Fadukowski's legit, but especially against the run, that's his strength. How are all of these guys all regressing at the same time? It seems like.
And maybe it's the scheme, and just like they've worked on the offense, and finally they gelled together to a point. It took how long before they replaced the GVR, but they've progressed and they've gotten better. They've given more time to. They've cut down on the sacks. They've cut down somewhat on the penalties. You're gonna have to wait and see what they do here. I kind of I'm still got in that back of my mind what Rex said, that when he spoke to Saleh, that he's not going to be able to do anything this year, but next year with the draft and free agency, that he's going to get players for his scheme.
Listen. Listen, I understand that we can sit here and we can say that the Eagles' offensive line is that good, which I don't think they're that good. I think at the end of the day, that what it is effort. These guys aren't being held accountable. Listen, these guys are sitting there playing and they're not showing up. That's what it is. I mean, listen.
So who do you put in? Who do you have? I'm being serious. Who do you have to replace these guys right now?
Well, then listen, that 60% shit ain't working. Or I'm going to blitz, or I'm going to, I'm going to put 8 in the box. I'm going to do something different than what I'm doing. If it's not working, you cannot give up. Listen, you cannot have a team possess the ball for the whole third quarter. That's crazy.
No, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. But if he's trying to teach all these guys a system that they had, let's say in San Francisco, where he had depth. And they can get anyone coming in because they were together for a long time. We don't have any depth. Why have
them here? Listen, they knew what this scheme was going to be this summer. So you get the kind of guys to play. So who's that fall on?
But you have no depth. How many guys did we get from? You had drafted for Connor. You said it's a. You had guys you drafted last year for Gase's program. Okay, we just never had some. We don't have consistency. We
Who
haven't
have we
had
lost,
consistency.
sir? Who have we
Yeah, but you have a
lost?
different scheme.
Who
You're
have
not
we
doing the
lost on the
same thing
defensive
you
line
have
besides
last.
Lawson? I understand that you're the 4-3
Yeah.
now, but who have we lost on the defensive line that made that big of a difference? I think we actually upgraded the defensive line than what we had last year. You bought in Rankins, you bought in Vinny Curry wouldn't have got
No,
hurt. I understand that.
I
But
agree with you,
you
but
made the team
evidently
better.
they're
So
not they're not they're not following whatever scheme. It's not working. Okay, so but I'm sure that
So
they.
then if you're Salah, at what point do you have to change your approach, whether it's becoming more involved or like doing something different, like Tyrone was saying, even calling more blitzes? Like you can't just keep going through the motions the same way and getting beat the same way week after week, right?
You know, I wish I had an answer for you. I wish I could say, are they you know, they stuck with LaFleur there and they kept doing the same old thing until they got it right. And I'm thinking, my opinion, they're going to do the same thing with defense. You saw the secondary look lost. They looked absolutely lost. There's no veteran presence in the back. You had Pinnock, who was lost that whole game, falling, leaving guys wide open. This is what
Pinnock
happens.
looked bad. Guidry had a terrible game. The safeties especially look awful. But for the most part this season, the cornerbacks have competed.
Hold on. No,
Yeah, well, I mean, Bryce
I got a
Hall's been
question, right?
steady
Okay.
for the most part.
Tyrone,
Yeah, kiddo.
I got a good question for you. Listen, okay, so we're talking about we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna fix this, and this is a match we're gonna get fixed next year, right? How?
I didn't say magically. I didn't say magically. All I'm saying is what he's.
A lot of the players
Jet
you
said.
have on a lot, you're gonna lose some players. We're gonna lose some players
Oh.
this year. We're gonna gain some players this year. But this is the point. When a lot of these guys are here now are going to be back next year. Majority of them, correct? We both feel that way. Look, the quote you put out about Mosley being back next year, absolutely correct last night. But what I'm saying to you is this: if you're building a culture of losing, that's what we're doing. We're in the culture of losing. And if we lose the next 5 games the way our defense is played, that carries over. I don't care who we bring in the building. What free agency are we going to attract with this kind of stuff that we're doing right now? This is the problem. So you can't draft our way out of everything. We have so many problems. So this is what I'm saying. It's the mentality I have an issue with. I understand we have a lack of talent, but it's the mentality. I've watched teams all season long lose quality, great players, and still show up every week. I watch teams that's lost by 20 or 30 points and show up the next week. We don't consistently do that. That's the issue I have. It's effort. You know what I'm saying? And because we're going to go into the next season with the same mentality, what we say, the same old Jets. Trust the process, correct? When is this process going to start paying off? You have 2 first-round draft choices, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying, that if they don't hit right, so now instead of helping our young quarterback, they got to go to defense, correct? We have 2 second-round. We have 2 second-round picks, right? So now,
I don't want to talk draft now, but you can't go back-to-back defense. At least I don't think so. When you got a young quarterback,
I think you go half.
help
I
around
think
him.
I think you get your edge rusher on the top one, and then you get a center or a guard on the second one.
I mean, but you know,
listen.
The center out there is great, but
you tore this whole thing down this whole year. I mean, you literally tore everything. You wiped out the entire staff. You've brought in all new rookies, a bunch of rookies, a whole new scheme from scratch. You had absolutely no depth really from previous years because they traded away draft picks and they're paying the price of it. Okay, we were in 2010. We were the Nets of this year. Traded the future away for the win, and it didn't pay off, and we suffered because year after year we had guys that couldn't draft well, and we suffered. It's clear as day. But you know, we have to see what he does this following year and see what plan they have. If this was an audition year for what they have. See who's going to play and who they're going to keep. And right now, they got about $50 million in cap space. You get rid of like the guys I said, you could end up getting with $80 million of cap space. Don't expect a big time number players to come here because he's not going to go. He's going to have his set price. He's going to go after certain guys, but he's going to go after guys that Salah wants, that Salah feels is going to and do what
they need
defense
they need legitimate leaders. They need
Continue the
legitimate
process.
building blocks.
Absolutely. They need guys, some talent that can adapt to this off defense right away. And now they have experience with these younger guys who know the defense, who can now, if they lose a player, can come in and replace the guy while he's out. That's the kind of depth you want. Guys who can come in and fill in the spot. We've lost a lot of guys. Let's face it. Every week with some guys getting plugged in here, plugged in there, there's no cohesion there. There's no consistency whatsoever. It's tough. It's tough watching.
That's most of the NFL. But I'll agree that for a team with a rookie head coach, offensive coordinator trying to install completely new parts across the board, that makes it 10 times
and
more.
A lot of rookies. You take out a rookie, who you bringing in? You bringing in another rookie. So I mean, you're not really replacing that guy with anyone better. It sucks to watch. I agree with you, but what are you going to expect?
It just seems like a 5-year rebuild. Another 5 years.
Let's
see where we're at that process.
Yeah, exactly.
We go that process of just grabbing. Listen, we did that this year. We would that this year just bringing in the kind of guys they need to fulfill their system.
Free agency aside, this year's draft gives me at least some hope between Vera Tucker, the way Elijah Moore's playing. You can start to build off that next year with your 4 picks in the top 40 picks.
This
you can really
next
start
draft,
to have something there.
From what I'm understanding, this next draft, there's a ton of centers and a ton of guards available, and you can get them in the 2nd, 3rd round. Really good guys. The guy you need that edge rusher. Now, who's the guy?
Yeah.
Now they're talking about the guy from Oregon they just mentioned.
Yep.
Is he the fit for? Is he a fit for this defense? That's the question. Is he a fit for this particular defense? We don't know what they're going to pick.
He's not going to be there though, Ephraim. He's going to be the first pick of the draft. He's gone.
Well, no. There was another. Thibodeau is the number 1 overall. Kenyon, right?
That's what I've heard.
Right, and then Hutchinson from Michigan. Hutchinson from Michigan is also up there.
Yep.
And there is Thibodeau from Oregon, or is he from?
No, he's
the Oregon kid.
Right? Yeah, he's the one from Oregon.
Then there was someone else.
Yeah,
and there's but there's also the other side of Hutchinson, on that Michigan team, who's up there.
Okay.
You could grab him down further because Hutchinson is So right now we're what, 4th and 5th?
Yeah, 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
So
now
I try not to look at draft stuff until at least like late December, but
no, exactly. But you got to see what's going to fall. I mean, you assume.
But what if the kid from Louisiana is there, the cornerback?
Personally,
Nick Darrell Reeves, they say.
For me personally, I want a pass rush. Makes life easier for the secondary.
I agree.
No.
One guy cannot fix the
pass rush at 4th. Pass rush at 4th. He's there on the board at 5. What do you do?
If you can have an elite pass rusher over an elite corner, I'm taking the elite pass rusher.
No, he's saying if you grab your edge rusher, your next pick.
Take the edge rusher at 4.
But you're going back-to-back defense?
5.
I trade down. Really. I trade down because I got just.
I think I would too. What's more important though, having a dominant defense or building a legitimate team around the quarterback?
I want that defense, and I need right now. I need a young center to gel with my young quarterback.
The most important thing next year is Zach Wilson standing upright in the pocket, and if a center
and gelling with a guy he's going to be with for the next 10 years.
Bingo.
If you look at the Colts. If you look at the Colts, they drafted Peyton Manning, and the following year they drafted Jeff Saturday, and they've worked together for I don't know how many years. And he always knew exactly what Peyton was going to do, and that's what you want. You want that. We need a team that stays together. We need to not always say, "Get rid of this guy. Get rid of this guy to get this guy." we need to build a core and be able to just take every draft, replace one guy at a time on that team, so we remain a core. The Steelers have done how many? Three coaches in how many years? 4 coaches, I guess. 3 or 4 coaches in how many years?
Three
They've
coaches, I
had
think, since
3
like the
coaches.
70s, right?
Because
Dick LeBeau, Cower, and then Tomlin. Yeah.
Yeah, you stick with the guy. Not Dick LeBeau. What's his name? Was the other guy? Dick LeBeau was the defensive
the defensive coordinator. Yeah, fuck. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
The Steel
I know who
Curtain.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fuck.
But
Somebody's gonna say it in the chat.
If that's the mentality, is to build this team and always have
Chuck Noll.
a core.
Thank you.
Chuck Noll, thank you very much.
Chuck Noll, yep.
That's what we have to. I hate watching this. Believe me,
my dad would be so mad at me for getting that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I hate watching this, but I've seen good teams play like shit too. Okay, we just have a shitty team that's playing like shit every week. It's unfortunately that's what we have right now, and we went in knowing we're gonna have a team of young players, and we didn't expect much. But each game we have the desire in the background is to always try to win, and that, and if let me ask you this: if it was a shootout, and we were scoring, they were scoring, we were scoring, they were scoring. If they were still running that ball on us, but we were like a touchdown away, would you still be feeling this way right now?
No, it would be different if Zach Wilson was actually if he played a complete game, if he was on the field more.
Yeah,
that's part of the problem. Like
my question,
quarters straight.
No, I understand.
You're right. You're right with your point, but
right.
You know we can't say, you know what I'm saying. Possibly, probably. Listen, man. Yeah. Listen. Our quarterback.
I don't even care about the score, though.
In the third quarter.
That's what I care about. That my quarterback for 2 quarters straight pretty much didn't have a chance at all to develop. And then when he's out there in the fourth quarter, his team's down 15 points. I mean,
and I don't mind losing.
What can he really do?
But if your quarterback was out there in the fourth quarter, regardless of what happened in the third quarter, we were only down a touchdown. And we came back and maybe we lost by a point. Would you still be saying how we gave up all those yards running? We were so close to win. It was a good game to watch, type of thing.
I wouldn't be as upset. I'm still not that mad. I just hate seeing my defense out there for 8-9 minutes at a time while my franchise quarterback's just sitting on the bench freezing his ass.
But losses will always amplify the bad, and winning will always diminish the bad. You know, I've been watching this for a long time, and trust me, when I can tell you I've lost my mind on some of these games. And what pissed me off is most of all was the officiating, which was absolutely
help there.
Once again, quarterback gets slammed down, and there's no roughing the passer. Is there a bullseye on his back that they can't even, where you can whiff your hand by a star and you get a 15-minute penalty, a 15-yard penalty on them. Yep. But it's
After, man, great talking to you again. Hope everything's well.
Be well, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right, be well. Have a good night.
Have a good one, sir.
Chat's fired up. I see a lot going on in the chat. All right, we got about 5 more calls to get to, so we're gonna go to Jake. Apologies for the wait. What the hell just happened to the screen? What did I do? Did I do that? There we go. What's up, Jake?
You guys hear me?
Yep, you're good, man.
Yeah, what's up, Jake?
How you guys doing tonight?
All right, you know, bro.
Hanging in.
Yeah. Yep, another night. This game. All I'm just gonna say is that to me the offense itself was we knew how to play a first half of football, but not a full game of football. What I mean by that is that for the first half, I actually saw Wilson make the singles, doubles, and triples like I asked. It was promising. I will say that. But the second half, as much as there were adjustments, I didn't see any of that in the second half. So to say that this was a game he deserves a B plus A, I'm not giving him that too quick. But, there's some progress. I will definitely say I'm happy about that a little bit.
Yeah, from where he was, this is a big step, an important step. Being able to come out of the game, play well in the first half, I think that was important for him.
Yeah, and the Eagles' defense is actually not bad. Is not a bad defense. You talk about guys like Fletcher Cox and Darius Slay. At least like there is. It wasn't like for example last week's game. Like I don't care if he played well last week. That's the Texans. Like let's just be frank here. Like this is at least somewhat competent Eagles team that they played. Now I will say this. Like guys like the Jets defense obviously did not play well, and I've already said to people that I think Ulbrich is disappointing me more week by week, even though with lackluster defense. Gardner Minshew's not bad. Like I actually kind of have to start saying this to him is like he's actually not a bad quarterback. Like I think it
we didn't
makes
prepare
sense
for
why
him.
they got rid of Flacco. Like they were comfortable with Minshew as their backup. Gotta say it at least.
I mean, we definitely made things
Jake,
easy for
Jake,
him.
So Jake, I got a question, Jake. So what's the issue, bro? Is it scheme? Is it effort? What are you seeing that's the problem with the defense giving them 8 yards a carry? Is that a problem for you?
Of course, it's a problem. I mean, listen, our run defense was decent to start the year, and it's gotten progressively worse. I don't know why it's gotten progressively worse, especially since we have Quincy Williams, and I thought it would have improved, but I don't. It's very baffling. It's actually very baffling. And look, we can say whatever we want. It's like the pass rush is not playing up to par what it should be. And of course, I'm going to say this again: is guys like John Franklin Myers. Like, sorry, I don't care about his stupid play last week. He's been nothing since that contract. It's like I can't sit here and make excuses for it. I mean, the pass rush was non-existent again. That's why we will be drafting a pass rusher in the top 10 this year. It is not even an argument anymore. We are going to be drafting someone. Now, the name that no one's talking about today is George Karlaftis from Purdue. That's another name that is going to be looked at because Kayvon Thibodeau probably will be the first pick. I see every reason he should be the first pick, or him and Aiden Hutchinson. They've declared every opportunity. They've shown every bit. And I'm an Ohio State fan, and Aiden Hutchinson just rained havoc over everybody. Even though Iowa's a shitty team this past week, he is a dominant pass rusher. Now, we should be getting an offensive lineman, but I'm not going to dive too much into the draft when we're talking about the now state of the affairs. It's just the fact that
I'm just like you. I mean, I'm incredibly excited and optimistic about the draft for next year. But looking at free agency, though, I mean, with Corey Davis now having surgery, the two prominent free agent signings that they had, both coming off surgery now. So, like, do you think Joe Douglas has to change his approach as far as who he's looking for? Like, be willing to overspend to get his guy, or like, is it just going to be all right, a slow build through the draft for the next 2 to 3 years?
Like Corey, it's just really upsetting. It's just like Corey Davis. Like I thought we just finally had some kind of competent veteran receiver we could have, and of course this shit had to fucking happen. It's just like I just wanted to see like we actually had some like offensive talented guy we paid in free agency pan out, and just another injury. It's like the Titans look smart now, like letting him go. I mean, let's just be frank here. I
They didn't even.
I was the one promoting getting Davis. I'm sorry, what?
They didn't give him an offer.
They didn't even extend an offer
They
to
didn't
him.
give him an offer. Yep.
No. It's I mean, now granted, I think the Titans are in trouble right now. I don't think they're going to go far if they make the playoffs. That's a whole nother thing. But look, I guess listen. Let's talk. Let's say this now because we can finally. Yes, Elijah Moore, dude. He looks like Antonio Brown.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to
Yes,
say that to the entire chat right
He's
here.
gonna be a star.
He looks
He's
like
good.
Antonio Brown. Like I actually will say that strongly. He
Yep.
looks so competent as a receiver. Like it really just took time to get him like on the field, get healthy. He clearly that preseason quad injury apparently affected him more than people realized, or he had to read the playbook. So I mean, he looks so fucking promising. I'm just angry because I want to have that other receiver, so we're not going to have to think about going to the draft again.
Yep.
And have to think about another receiver, even though I think we're probably going to trade Mims because what the fuck is he going to do unless he's going to have to play now because we have no other options unless Keenan Cole plays. I think Keelan Cole should still get some chances. Maybe he gets I think he'll get a chance to finally like show something in the next like few weeks. I think they do like something out of him. He's quietly a good pick. It's the money we paid for Davis. It's just so stinging and so upsetting to me. It's
just brought up a new receiver today. I think Tariq Black, I think his name was practice squad guy. He's probably jumped Denzel Mims.
Like the emoji.
Same for me.
Let's just go with that.
I mean, no, it's the funny thing about it is like, Jake, I definitely understand where you're coming from. It's like you really want to see some consistency on offense. That's the one thing I wanted for our young quarterback. It's like a tight end. Like I mean, it's like listen, the two best things you can have for a rookie quarterback is a running game and a safety blanket tight end. Yo, we have no tight end. I mean, all we do is it's dip and dab, put a bandit on it. It doesn't work that way, man. The next 5 games are gonna be a long time, bro. If the defense plays like that, if our quarterback doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to, but Elijah Moore, because they're gonna start singling on him. And listen, I love what our offense has done is getting Elijah the ball. And I want him and Zach to have chemistry, but just being able to perform and not have somebody on the other side that gives you a threat, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Barrios has been playing well. You know what I'm saying? Crowder's gonna do what he always does, but the running game, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm beyond. I'm not frustrated. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of watching this shit continuously to go on, man. Like, I just want to. I don't care if we lose, man. It's all just long. I don't care if we lose. I just want competent football from beginning to end. The outcome doesn't mean shit to me. I understand we're in the growing process, but can I just get that? Like for the next 5 games, just competent football, good defense, good offense, good special teams, good coaching, adjustments, growth. That's all I want to see, and that I know I'm not going to get. So, well, I look forward to.
Well, like I said from the start of the season, it's really what I've said about Zach. And like I said here, I still have not given a full assessment about Zach Wilson because of the injury and just I want to wait for the season. It's really the end of the season where he plays Buffalo in the cold weather. Because let's face it, Buffalo is not going to be a lock for any top seeds in the playoff. Their run defense is deplorable right now. Like Jonathan Taylor was the blueprint of why their defense is going to have some serious issues going down to the rest of the. And Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, you think Tom Brady doesn't know how to play Buffalo? He's going to find a way to shred them apart. It will probably happen. But my point is that for Zach Wilson to go into Buffalo and play well for 4 quarters, if I watch him do that in week 18, it's week 18, and he does that, I can walk away from the season saying, okay, I think I feel confident with him as our quarterback. But I want to see start to finish. Like we've seen progress, but I'm not going to sit here and make a full assessment. There's just not, I just can't write comments like he's the savior. It's like this is like Mark Sanchez bullshit. I can't do this. I cannot do this because right now, Mac Jones is the best quarterback in this fucking draft right now. He gets some passes last week. He's been the most competent guy.
And you know what's so bad, Jake? We're talking about a quarterback that threw for 168 yards. As you know, saying that was just like he threw for like 600. That's how bad it is for us, bro. When 168 yards and 2 touchdowns do it for us, bro. We act
just
like
want
he
something.
threw for like 9 yards.
Give us anything to be excited about.
The bar is low, bro. The bar is low.
Jake, man, good talking with you. Hope everything's
Have
well.
a good call, bro.
Yeah, listen, let's see how next week goes. All right, have a good night.
See, man. Be good. There's one question I wanted to get to. Where is it? From Trevor. Who is a practice squad player that got called up that you will always respect, remember for their effort and play? That's an easy question for me because I remember I even I added him at Twitter and he responded to me and I always appreciated that. James Ahedebo from I think it was 2008 until a little bit after.
Yeah.
Dude, that man every single game led the Jets out of the tunnel doing the fucking the shovel thing, and he fucking brought so much energy. He would run all the way across the field, get the fans fired. Like he brought so much energy to that team. I'm pretty sure as a rookie he got hurt. Then he was like practice squad for a year. And then unfortunately he became a starter. I think it was with the Ravens. He actually became really good, a full-time starter. That was when he left us.
You're right.
Yeah, but special teams, he fucking balled out here. Special teams.
He did go to Baltimore, but he was a straight monster though, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. His effort was always there. True indeed, bro.
Yep. We need more guys like him.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next up, we got trying to see if this person's there. KD. What's up, man?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm chilling. I mean, so like, if we're gonna talk about the game that just happened, bro, it's like, I don't know, like, we can't get a stop, like, at all, like, ever.
They didn't force a punt until 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Couldn't
Bro,
get a stop all game.
Fuck, bro. Like, as soon as the second possession went, I'm like, nah, we're not getting a stop for the rest of the game. Like, we're gonna have to hope offense is gonna be a shootout. But like, you can't give your rookie quarterback. I don't understand how we got a rookie quarterback with 3 touchdowns all purpose in the first half, and we was down still. Like, that's the type of shit, like, the Jet shit, bro. Like,
bro, it kills you, bro. Listen, how you feeling as a quarterback, not getting the ball for 70 seconds in the third quarter? Like, Is the Eagles that good? Yo, real talk. Are they that good when they keep the ball for
Three
less
plays.
than 70 seconds in the third quarter? Come on, bro.
Three
That's crazy
plays.
shit, bro.
Whole offense was
How do you
cold.
talk
3
about this,
plays.
man? We
Ridiculous,
watching.
bro. Ridiculous. This shit is crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
but everyone's saying that, oh, it's not that. Yo, it's nuts, bro. Listen, man, we understand we're a young team, man. Yo, listen, I'm past all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we are almost at the end of the. We got 5 games left, bro. And you telling me at this part of the season, bro, we sitting there having this conversation about effort and defense or our young quarterback? He threw for 168 fucking yards, bro. Yo, listen, man. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to reinvent the wheel, but I ain't impressed with that. Yeah, he had a good first half, and guess what happened? Somebody
Nah,
had to
yeah.
drop the
He
ball. You know what I mean?
definitely he
This is
has
what
to
we used to.
he got to string together a game for sure. But like, I mean, me personally, if he wasn't like as inconsistent, like I think I saw the most like arm talent, like out of the draft for me in that Tennessee game when he's rolling on his right, throw it 60
Yeah.
yards, like
Yep.
that's some shit a lot of the other quarterbacks
Oh
can't
yeah,
do.
If you could put together the second half of that Titan game with the first
Right.
half of this Sunday's game,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
that's
bro. We got to
exactly
start.
what we're waiting for. That's exactly what we're waiting
That's
for.
all we waiting for.
That's the
Oh,
problem. He
listen.
can't string
Yeah.
together a game. And like,
And you know what though, like for where he's been, including the injury, the time off, the rust factor, and the nerves of last week with other quarterbacks playing well, for where he was to what he did on Sunday, I'm happy with that as a baby step.
nah,
Not
for
where I want him
No,
to be in 2
no.
years,
for
Listen.
but
sure.
for where he was,
Yo,
I'm
listen.
good with that
Listen.
for Sunday.
Now I hope he doesn't have a setback like against the Saints because they got a good defense.
Yeah.
But
He's
I
gonna
mean,
get hit a lot more the rest of the way.
yeah,
Yep.
Yo,
we got to keep
yo,
doing the quick routes. Like early in the season, they would just send them up for failure or the play action. We can't block like that. See, we getting the ball out early. I mean, I hope it keeps working, but on the
And
defense,
he was hitting more of those throws too. Like it allows your offense to actually stay on the field.
yo,
He
and
was hitting
listen,
those short
sure.
throws. He took a little bit off on
and,
the one to Elijah Moore over the middle of the field for the touchdown. So you want to see more of.
and this is great. This is a great point right here. Listen. The kid's gonna improve, but listen, the kid has crazy arm talent. The kid's gonna be okay. The kid is not my problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to see a little bit more growth from him, but he's not my issue as much, man.
For
Like
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like the offensive line is playing better because he's getting the ball in his hands quicker. So once we get a better offensive line, this kid can throw the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? My problem is it's the whole team overall. Like you know what I'm saying? You don't want to build your team up to have these guys get used to losing and accepting it, man. That becomes normal to you, bro. You can't do that. Not listen.
Yo,
Bill Belichick lost last year, and they said Bill Belichick was done. He went out there. Listen, when have you ever heard of an NFL team spending the most money in free agency? They always lose, right? What the fuck does he do? Yo, 6-game winning streak, top of the AFC, bro.
yo,
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
all those
This is what
pickups,
I'm
everybody
talking
was
about.
like, all those pickups, everybody scoffed at. Man,
Everybody thought it was
too much
done.
money.
Listen, no one
John's a
talks about
fucking Pro Bowler
no one
right now.
talks about all the bad draft picks, man. Nobody says nothing about all his bad draft picks. You know why?
Because he can coach.
Ambrose
He can coach.
said it best. He said, listen, he said, winning takes away all the pain, right? Belichick, listen, his draft has sucked. What he do? He went out there and bought players, but he got the right ones. He spent the money. This is what you do to win.
We
Is it
was
just me,
holding on to
is
his
it just
salary
me,
cap.
or does it seem like every undrafted corner that they bring in just automatically becomes a star?
Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
Nah,
listen, man.
They
You know what's so crazy?
just find talent.
they do.
Doesn't matter. It
Yo,
doesn't matter where.
no,
Free agency,
prime
undrafted.
time?
Like,
What they
It's
just
him.
find
do?
It's
talent.
Bill.
Prime
It's
time.
Bill, man.
What
Yep,
they
that's the
do is
system.
they have.
Put him in a position to win.
Listen. They have a system that they believe in.
Yeah.
If they win with it, fine. If we lose with it, fine. We're not gonna stray from what we believe in. Our problem is every 3 years we get the new coach in with a new system, a new
Yeah,
scheme,
bro.
a new identity. That's why this team is losing. We have no identity. We're not a passing team. We're not a running team. We're not
Yo,
a
this
physical
3-4 to
team. We're not a
4-3 shit
blitzing
is
team.
killing CJ
Yo,
Mosley. I
exactly,
don't even
bro.
think he wants to be here, bro. I don't think CJ Mosley wants to
With
be here.
you, he's one of the best linebackers we've had in a really long time. To have to suffer on the team that every week you're getting your ass kicked, bro.
Think about it though.
Listen, and then on top of you know what's killing, but you know what's killing me? Hold on, part-time, hold on. You know what's killing me is these guys are complaining about somebody talking shit to them. Like real talk, man. Like listen, that's some sucker shit, bro.
Play better. Earn the respect.
Get on the
Play
Man,
better.
field,
Earn the
he
do
was
respect.
something
talking
about it,
about
bro.
me,
Y'all on
bro.
the field.
Yep.
Like, come on, man.
But seriously though, you're right though.
Bro,
Like how could he
talking
be
about me,
enjoying this
bro.
when he went from Alabama to Baltimore and now he's playing for the fucking Jets?
Now he's on the fucking
Yep.
Jets, right?
And listen, the one thing I'll say about him though, I know this affects him. I know that it bothers him when his defense is getting run like that. He doesn't sleep well with that shit.
Yo, bro,
He's
he
one of the guys
never
that you
gets
know is going to
dumb
speak up in the
penalties
locker
like that.
room.
He got a
I
fourth and
just don't know
three,
how many other guys there are that are speaking up.
4th and 3 encroachment. Like he was well offside. Like, bro, he's out of it, bro. He doesn't want to be here. Like it's clear. But like, I know we don't like to slander the corners, bro. I mean, Bryce Hall, like, I feel like he's a starting level corner, but I can't watch Javelin Guidry play on the field no more, bro. Like, he got juked out his socks. He got juked out his socks.
Yo, that was a nasty
Yo,
move, though, man. Yo, listen,
Rager
real
dropped
talk, yo.
2 touchdown
He shook him,
passes,
yo.
came back here, juked him out his socks. Like, I feel like early on in the season, all the man coverage, like, if you're going to have Bryce Hall be that guy, like, give him the confidence. You put Javelin Guidry on Stephon Diggs, I feel like from there, he's just been downhill. I don't even blame him, bro. I just think we need more talent. Like, this is a very, like, I don't know. The line, I guess, is talented, but we need more players, bro. Like, now.
KD, man, great call. Good talking with you.
Hey, yo, Brad, good call, bro.
Appreciate y'all,
man.
fellas.
Yeah, definitely calling again, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good night. All right, we got 3 more calls to go. So we'll go to Sneakers to Boots, and then we got Swifty and Jose to close it out. Sneakers to Boots, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, big dog? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, and we got some positives from Sunday.
Start with some good.
Yeah, start off with some good. So Zach looked good. Start off fast. Barrios looked like the quick as lightning with that return. We needed that so bad, and you thought that was actually going to change the momentum for us because usually it's the opposite way around. Like after the first play or the kickoff, we're like, all right, we lost the game, but not this one. So we at least had a chance, but we can't make our stories up anymore at this point with this team, man. It's just frustrating.
You at least feeling somewhat positive about Wilson and what we saw early on in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Build off of that going into next week in the last 5 games of the year.
Yeah, I mean he did have his some mistakes where he did try to fire some balls in with the slants and stuff like that, but he realized he took some juice off of it, and then he also had that play where he looked like he was going to pitch the ball back to Ty Johnson. And then he's like, "Oh shit, I should probably not do that." so it's good to see that he's starting to have some self-awareness, but him and LaFleur are starting to click. So LaFleur called his best game with Zach on the field, so it was good to see because we haven't seen Zach kind of do any trick plays or like tossbacks or anything like that. So optimistic.
So I guess we'll go to the negatives. Thoughts on the defense?
I mean, the defense was absolutely trash. It was absolutely trash. I mean, the first half we gave up 24 points. We didn't see the ball for the last 9 minutes of the first half, and then we didn't get the ball in the second half for 70 seconds, but all 70 seconds. So it's like you can't hate on Zach for playing like shit because that's basically starting coming out of a freezer box at that point. So, I mean, I did like how Salah was kind of actually screaming and yelling at the sidelines with the refs and everything. But I at this point, I don't even care about the refs because let the chips be where they may. I mean, it is complete bullshit with the calls that we get, but he needs to be like Belichick and get in the defensive line's face and start screaming and raising hell and chastising these people because Foley is absolutely gone. Absolutely gone. Foley's gone. He has been a ghost since week 2. You didn't even know he's on the field. Quinnen, I don't know what's up with him. He's every other game. It's like he basically kills his motor after the 60% of the plays he's even on the field. I mean, I praised him last week, but it's like they decide to show up every other game. And it's just frustrating. And this back end just can't handle it. Our rookies are replacing rookies. So yeah, our defense sucks, but our line is our bread and butter, and it always has been, right? So it just shows how bad our our defensive line is this year, or at least how I guess lucky we've been the past several years to have a good defensive line because it is destroying our back end, beyond ravaging it.
So if you're solid, what are you trying to change over these last 5 games? What are you doing differently?
Bring some fucking pressure, please, because I'm sick and tired of you rushing the quarterback with 4 guys that aren't getting to the quarterback besides every other week when they decide to actually get off the bus. and just sit back there and like give all the underneath stuff. And our defense is playing pretty slow. Like CJ Mosley.
Sorry to cut you. Tell me if you disagree. Like, does it almost feel like this was what the defense was supposed to be like with Carl Lawson? But then once you take Carl Lawson out of the equation, you can't get that same kind of pass rush with just 4. They haven't done anything to adjust to that. And they're still just trying to rush 4, thinking they're going to get there. And they're dropping everybody back, playing this soft shit. And it just hasn't worked all year. And they haven't done anything to really change it. You saw some spurts, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And now we're right back to the same shit again.
It's like a
Go ahead.
It's like a prevent defense. What it seems like. We're in a prevent mode the whole game. Like we're trying to prevent something bad from happening, and nothing but bad stuff happens.
Well, that's commonplace in the NFL. You don't do prevent defense unless it's literally the last play of the game. Like you don't do that in 2-minute drill coming down the field if you're playing defense.
Only prevents you from winning.
Exactly. But I'm also just sick and tired of this whole like solid doesn't make adjustment bullshit because. I mean, yeah, Carl Lawson goes down. Yeah, Joyner's not here. Yeah, Bryce Huff is out for the year, or is he? I don't know if she's out for the year, but he's not here right now. So clearly, we're not getting pressure off the edges. So you're telling us that you're not going to adjust and keep putting in players into the bad positions that they can't make. Like you're not making any adjustments for yourself. You're not learning on the fly like you're supposed to. You're not challenging yourself. You're not doing something out of the box. Like stop being comfortable and actually challenge yourself. If you actually decide to do something different, bring pressure, maybe at least half the game, you know what? At least you tried something different. At least your defense got after it, maybe made some plays. But yeah, the run defense is absolutely atrocious because if we're giving up 7 yards a clip, like, and our linebackers are sitting back, like you got everything underneath, everything.
I think the run defense has probably been worse, but the short passing game, I feel like it has been almost just as bad.
And the tackling, we take like 3 or 4 people to get somebody down, and they've already gotten the first down, or they're about to get it, and it's like 2nd and 1 instead of 2nd and 7.
First guy always missed.
First
guy always missed. Next guy takes a bad angle. Yeah.
I mean, Mosley is the captain of defense, right? But he's running on empty at this point, man, because he's a Pro Bowl player. He was on the Ravens. He missed no time whatsoever, maybe like a play here and there. Comes to the Jets, doesn't play for 2 years. We plays for 3 quarters and then gets hurt and is out for the year. Then COVID, and then he's playing with rookies, replacing rookies on the back end, and he's playing with the inconsistent front line who decides to show up every other week. So. I mean, and plus he had to lose like 20 pounds to even play the position he wants to right now. So
yeah, he was back to his college this year. So I thought we were going to see a better CJ Mosley.
Yeah.
I mean, we did for the first couple games. We're like, damn.
Your first like 7-8 games. Yeah, he was amazing, bro. It's like the last 3 or 4 has been, I mean, I don't know if he's hurt or what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Listen, the one guy I'm going to give a little bit of a pass to. This is Mosley. I think he's played decent. Him and Quincy, bro, played decent. Everything else,
problem is he's not going anywhere for
bro. 17 million, 20 million next year. He ain't going anywhere, bro.
He's gonna be here next year. Oh, and I'm fine with it because you can't constantly keep getting rid of guys. At some point, you got to keep some leaders in house. So I'm fine with it. Bring back somebody that's going to know the defense, assuming they don't fire Ulbrich and try and do something different.
But Lawson comes back next year. We'll draft another defensive end. We'll get some more quality back end guys in the back end. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe another outside linebacker. And
we could have Lawson back. We could have Corey Davis, Becton. We could be rolling next year.
Yeah, I mean,
solid draft.
Get you a center and then get you a guard and bring back Flint. Listen, man. I'm not saying it's doom and gloom. What I'm saying is this, though. I don't want us to see us finish the season going out with just we're gonna lose this over. You know what I'm saying? Because that mentality carries over to the off season to next season, man. You want to end on a high note. I like stuff like that, bro. Like, I think you're building more than just a football team. You're building a family, bro. So if I know I'm gonna give 100%, and you're like, the greatest Kobe quote I ever heard in my life, is they were like, Kobe, why you didn't pass the ball? Kobe said, I don't respect your work ethic. He said, I'm the first one here. I'm the last one to leave. Why the fuck would I pass you the ball when you didn't put the work I put in? I don't trust you. It's facts, man. That's grown man stuff, bro. That's what it is.
And you need guys like that in the locker room to hold others accountable. You got to have in almost every position group.
Absolutely.
You need somebody like that that's going to raise the bar for everybody else.
Well, ABT is actually starting to do that a little bit. I don't know if you guys watched the Lunch Drive. I mean, he's on Elijah Moore saying, we don't do that here. Like, you don't leave your helmet even after a bad loss. Like, I get it, you're pissed off. But it's good to see as a rookie kind of taking that leadership role.
The kid's a blessing, man. The way the kid carries himself,
both
the way
of them.
the kid
he's a monster on the field. Off the field, he's one of the most genuine people.
He's so humble. He's so humble. You can just tell this
all
kid
about
is
football. All about
we
football.
want Jamal Adams to be. Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
And all about winning, bro. So he's a culture change type player, bro. So I'm very excited about him, bro. I really am.
So I just have a quick question, Tyron. You brought up Fant. What the hell do we do with him next year? Because he's playing really freaking well right now. Did
you see the stat? He's only given up 1 sack and like 500 something pass blocking snaps this year. I was like, holy shit. He's got to come back next year. You can't get rid of him.
$9 million you pay him.
Now, especially knowing he can fill in at left tackle too. If Becton gets hurt again, you got somebody that can play at a high level.
Move back to the right side. Let Fant stay there. Bring another guard in the center, bro, and have a good offensive line.
Yeah, I mean that's the question though. Like, what the hell do you do with Becton and Fant at the same time? You can't have him on the both of the left side, obviously. And I hate the notion that people say, "Oh, we'll just put Fant on the right side." Put Fant on the right side. It's like, no, you're completely changing the technique.
Put Becton on the right side. Put Becton on the right side. Listen,
I mean,
Becton struggles with speed rushers, bro. This game isn't working.
And they're always out. They're always out the left side.
So, I feel like his game could be built more just as like a nice 30 run mauler, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to
be. Let's see what his playing weight is going into camp next year.
He shouldn't play the rest of the year, to be honest, because
his weight killed it all.
What's the point of coming back for 2 games?
Yeah,
no point.
He won't.
No. But I'll let you guys go.
Man. Yep, great talking to you.
Have a good one, fellas.
You too, man. Have a good night. All right. Yeah, Vin, thank you for acknowledging 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, taught that today. A few different lessons. Crazy, man. It's so weird too. Like being a teacher, I'm like earlier during the year, like teaching the September 11th stuff. I'm like, holy shit, 20 years ago. Like I was sitting in the classroom, and now I'm like actually teaching about this stuff. Wow. Time flies, man. It's wild. 80 years.
20 years, bro. That's crazy. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
All right. Next up, we got Swifty.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, big man? What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Nothing much. Hey, I wanted to first start off by saying thanks for hanging out with your boy in Carolina. I appreciate that. We had a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Glad you made it back safe, man.
So, yeah, made it real good. Made it good. Hey, watch you guys stream all the time. Love what you guys doing. Prime time. I love watching you and Tyson crack the Chulies. It's just hilarious watching that while watching the game. And
it's the only way to get
I got you. That guy Chris earlier today said, "I don't know how to watch the game." I'm like, "Yo, I live in Chicago and I watch the game every week. I know there's
you from Chicago? You're from Chicago. I remember that, yo. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm like, there's got to be a Jets fan club.
It has to be.
Nah, my man was from Jersey. He was from Jersey. I was hanging out with.
Or a bar that shows it. I mean, there's got to be somewhere he can go.
I know there's Jets fans in Miami. I know there's Jets fans.
Who ain't watched the game in 10 years. It ain't shit we got to talk about. If you're not going to play with me, bro, highlights ain't going to do it for me.
He's smart too. He calls in Tyson's not here because Tyson wouldn't allow that shit. I'm too nice.
Of course. Nah, definitely. I was watching the game this week, and then I was having a problem with my stream, so then I just started watching the live stream, and I'm like, this shit is hilarious. Every 45 seconds you hear a truly crack. That shit had me dying. I'm like, oh man, this is a great way to get through the game.
It's the only way we've been able to get through the last 2 years, man. Between the team and life, it's been rough.
Yeah, I hear you guys. I don't know why I've been a fan since the 90s. And, I don't know why I still give them time every year. Hey, they're going to get it right. They're going to get it right. They're going to get it right.
It's a disease.
Yeah, but, I got more.
Trust me.
It's like
I got more patience.
we want to believe all that time, all the effort, all the money we've put in over the. We want to believe it's for something, and that eventually the odds just have to go in our favor. Eventually, well, I don't know.
No,
I'd like to think that, but my patience is wearing thin too.
Shit hurts every year.
Yeah, but
shit hurts every year, bro. Every year
well,
hurts, bro. This
I,
type of
now I hear
season,
you.
bro. I'm doing draft studies already.
Me too. I look at them. I definitely look at them too.
I'm not there yet.
I look at.
Horrible,
Well,
man.
I'll tell you. I mean, quick story. I grew up in a Giants household, and I used to watch how the Giants, every time they lost, they used to kill my parents. My parents would be so pissed off. They couldn't do shit. It was like it ruined their day. So I was like, hey, let's watch the other New York team. And it's like, who, the Jets? They suck. They suck. We ain't watching them. So, in order to be a rebel, I was like, well, fine, I'll watch the Jets. I ended up being, happen to be a fan of the Jets or whatever, and I mean, my only thing was, I want to be able to go to the store and buy something that says Jets off the rack. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't do that back then. It was a Giants town.
Yep.
But I realize now, I don't get so mad at the games because now all you guys got merch, so I can buy y'all merch.
There you go.
I don't have to worry about going to the store.
You know what would bother me even more though than just only seeing Giant stuff is when I got to go to the clearance rack in order to buy my Jet shit. That would bother me even more.
Sir.
Every year by November, usually when I'm Christmas shopping, right? If I got to pick out a shirt for my dad, I got to go to the clearance rack. There's no more Jet shit selling for full price.
What's so bad? I told myself I wasn't gonna buy anything else, right? All right, I didn't buy nothing last year. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I do this year? I'm all hyped up. Ordered about like $400 worth of Jet stuff.
Every
damn!
I
went
just line in the pockets of Woody Johnson, man.
Yo, listen. I went in this store, right? I was in Walmart, no BS, bro. And this guy walked up to me. He was like, shook his head, he walked to me, gave me a hug. He said, I love you, bro. I said, love you too, man. I said, bro. He's like, we sat in the store for like 45 minutes talking about this team, right? His wife walked over there. She looked at my shirt. She said, oh, you one of those, huh? She said, yeah, sweetheart. I'm sorry. She said, I feel so sorry for y'all. And I was like, this is bad, bro. This is bad.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you figure I'm in Chicago, and I'll get somewhere, and they'll have every single team except for the Jets. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Trust me.
They have everything but the Jets. I was watching the game. I think what our defensive issue is I want to say scheme, but I really want to say the coaching. I'll say that everybody is so adamant to rush up the field to get a sack rather than to play the run. And I think that's why our run defense suffers because everybody's just going 100 miles an hour to get a sack. It's like they've been coached just to get the sack, instead of stop the run. And then our linebackers, well, we only got like 1.5 of those. They can't even stop, help stop a screen. That's the maddening part. You don't have a linebacker that can run side to side that can stop a screen. So I think really the coaching scheme is what's the issue. Because if you watch a game, everybody's just rushing to the quarterback. They're not even looking for the running back.
See, here's my thing, though. If that was the issue, right, and they were just focused on only getting sacks, well, wouldn't we at least be doing that part? We'd at least be getting pressure and then just be weak in the run game? Like, we're not getting pressure and we're getting gouged in the run game, too. And we're giving up all those short passes because we're just playing back on everybody, it seems like.
Correct. I understand what you're saying, but we play cover 3. Cover 3, they're going to get a short pass. But what we have to do is have better closing speed. And the cornerbacks that we have don't have the closing speed to get there and prevent the person from getting an extra yard. It'd be different if they were playing up to the seat. So the cornerbacks are a lack of a talent, I guess you can say, because they're not getting upfield to tackle the person to not prevent the extra yards. They're allowing the rack, But if you look at the defensive linemen, yeah, they're getting upfield, and the offensive line we're playing are letting them get upfield, but they're creating creases. That's why somebody always comes out and they double team on C.J. Mosley, and then who else is there to replace? I think they should have. Now, I think if Marcus May wasn't injured for the rest of the year, I think we win this game because Marcus May can step up and create and make a tackle. But when you got two safeties that are mediocre, for lack of a better words, it's hard for the coach to say, "Hey, Ashton, I want you to step up and fill in when our linebackers get double teamed and make a tackle," because you can't trust them to do that. I don't want to be so technical, but that's just how I looked at it.
No, absolutely. I completely agree. I think the loss of Marcus May especially has been a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I mean, I didn't think they really had much behind him, but yeah, I mean, he wasn't. I don't know. Tyrone, your thoughts?
Him and Jordan were hurt.
Both your starting safeties, yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think we've been lost is lost. I think the loss. I think it threw off everything they wanted to do this season, and I think that they haven't been able to adjust to it. And the scheme that they're using right now is not working, and that's just the issue. I think that you want to get pressure, you want to be physical, you want to set the tone, and we just don't have the players on the team to do that. And until we fix that problem, we're going to see stuff like we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. I mean, listen, teams know how to beat us. It's short passes. Imagine this week we play the Saints with a running quarterback. Imagine a quarterback that can run the ball, who's physical, and we give them 7 yards.
Yeah, but he can't throw the ball. Taysom Hill sucks.
You don't have to throw the ball. We can't stop the run. Look, the Patriots just ran the ball 46 fucking times. Watch the Saints do the same kind of
I'll watch that.
You know what I mean?
Well, then, if that's the case, you grab one of your safeties and you bring them up. That's why you got to take Nasruddin or one of them other guys to step up and fill when they come out. Everybody's just double teaming. If you watch what they were saying, they're just double team blocking on one person and they're climbing up to the second level. So you got to bring a safety because honestly, the Eagles receivers don't scare anybody. You understand? All you got to do, you bring a safety up to fill, just like the Bills did last night towards the end of the game. They said, hey, when you see that guard pulling, you just shoot the gap and then you can make the tackle. And that's why they were stopping, the Patriots at the end. You know what I mean? But I think that's what you got to do. You got to grab one of them safeties and you got to bring them up. It has to be Ashton because obviously he ain't covering good. His communication with everybody else isn't good. You bring him up. You bring him up and you say, as soon as they climb to the second level, you shoot the gap and you tackle somebody. If you can't do nothing, you're an athlete because you ran track. You just shoot the gap and you just tackle. That's all you do. Just make tackles.
And that is my biggest overall issue with the defense. Like you were saying about the closing speed, that could be a big part of it. But then why haven't they done anything to try to counter that? And why have we watched the same mistakes happen over and over and over again, week after week after week? To me, at this point in the year, there should be a little bit more progress on the defensive side of the ball, where guys are starting to get better. And on defense, what player this year has had a career year, has outdone what they've done in the past? Nobody.
You are correct.
Hall, and he's only a second-year player.
You're correct. I mean, I don't really pay attention too much to stats because stats don't tell a full picture. But what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I think C.J. Mosley has been playing good, but at the end of the day, he's playing handicap. He's trying to be Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man on one team.
And in the last few weeks, it definitely doesn't look like he's 100%. I don't know if it's just me, but
no, he probably isn't. That's why they've been giving him Tuesdays off or Wednesdays off.
Yep.
But what I would do for the Saints this week, they don't have a single receiver that scares me. We're gonna put 8 in the box, and we're gonna take one of their guys got suspended, so now they're down another person. We're gonna put 8 in the box, and we're gonna dare you to run it. Once we put 8 in the box, you're going to try to pass it. And then your receivers, we're going to just have to man up and beat them one-on-one.
Yep. And if you get beat that way, so be it. You can live.
Hey, I can respect that.
Right.
I could definitely respect that. Zach Wilson, 226 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Just think there was 5 drops. He had 5 drops. Well, the team had 5 drops. If we don't have them 5 drops, we're looking at over 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and a running in touchdown. Tell me how that stat line doesn't look.
Yep.
So you have to be more than.
And that's while having the ball for 6 plays over almost 2 quarters. So
exactly. So I don't. you know, I think he did better. I like that he missed a few, but we had about 5 drop passes that should have been caught.
Yep.
And you talk about those 5, even if they're 10 yards apiece, that's still 306 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 21 points in 18 points in the first half.
And the pass interference too on the deep one.
Oh, yes,
that one
yes,
too.
that was shitty.
Yeah.
That was completely shitty. I mean,
Swifty, man, dude, great analysis, great call, man. Good hearing from you. Glad that you're doing well after Carolina. Awesome
wonderful.
chat,
maybe I'll catch you guys in Minnesota next year. Minnesota, but I'm definitely going to the Green Bay game next year.
I'm definitely trying to go to Green Bay too. So yeah, we'll look up out there.
All right, no problem. You guys be safe. Peace.
All right, you too, man. Be good. All right, and I think we got Tyrone back here. Yo, where'd you go?
Yeah, bro, I have no clue, man. Kick me off. So.
All right, and we will close out the show with celebrity El Chapo.
My God,
Jose.
My guys. How are you?
What's up, Brian?
Doing good, man. Feeling good this week? Coming off a dub?
Well, let me tell you about my Sunday. I woke up hungover.
So, Lori, tell me about your Saturday then.
Valentine, you remember my priest, right?
Oh no.
No. It was his birthday. We went to celebrate. We all got drunk. So I wake up late Sunday with a hangover. I sit down in my not so comfortable chair. Turn on the Jets game. I see it's closed. Then Zach Wilson takes the sack before halftime. I'm like, well, it didn't kill him, but it's gonna shake him the rest of the game. And sure enough, I was right.
Absolutely.
Biggest thing though is still the defense for me, man. Defense just looked like absolute dog shit.
Can't
defend that at all, and they don't even look mad about it.
How do you give up a 3rd and 16?
3rd and 19, but who's counting?
3rd and 19. Hey, Jose.
I'm sorry, I was hungover.
Jose, I got
everything went backwards.
I got a question for you, big dog.
Yes.
Yo, what's
yes, Uncle Tyrone.
What's the problem? What's the problem with the defense, big dog? You already know what it is now for you. What's the problem with the defense?
The problem is that we can't stop a fucking wheel, right? To save our lives.
Absolutely.
Now let me ask you something.
Wait, did you say we?
Yeah, he coming over, baby.
Wait.
You heard him. You heard him.
That was a we. That was a we. That's a you and we
right.
all rooting for the same team.
Yeah. You love us, baby. You love us, baby.
Now let me ask you something. The Jets have 2 second-round picks, correct?
Yes, they do.
Would you give up one of those second-round picks for Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks?
How old is he?
Hell yeah.
30.
Yes, sir.
31, 32.
Wagner's a straight
31, 32, I can't remember.
Monster, bro. He's a monster, bro.
How many years is he going to be here?
4.
At least 2.
3, 4.
At least 2.
What's his contract situation? He signed for at least 2 more years?
He had a major contract, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like giving up a second-round pick, but at the same time, we'd probably be taking a linebacker at some point with one of those 4 picks. So
exactly.
If you can get a proven guy that's already a leader, it's got a ring, why not, I guess.
And pair with CJ.
Yep.
That way.
Pair him with CJ, get Lawson back, draft another pass rusher.
Yes, sir.
I'll take
CJ can come off the edge. Bobby can cover the middle. They just need someone to cover deep, and that brings me to another Seahawks that's about to be a free agent. Quandre Diggs, free safety, has 5 picks already. You might have to overpay for it.
So why is the
but
Seahawks
he's
defense so
worth
bad?
it. It's not. It's our offense that's so bad.
Didn't Kittle have like 180 yards this week?
That's George Kittle. George Kittle is gonna go off on everyone who plays.
It's the scheme though. I need Javed here.
Hell yeah.
Right. Records. No, prime time. I am a Kevin, I should say.
Oh.
Oh.
How did you get the name prime time?
That's all Tyson. Apparently, once he brought me on as producer, and I was also writing articles for Jay, for NYJetsFans.com. He thought I apparently became too big too quick, so he just started calling me primetime.
Thank you. I was just wondering that. Yeah. I miss Tyson tonight. I miss it whenever one of you guys isn't on.
We appreciate that, man. I'll definitely tell him to say what's up. He should be back on Friday night.
Also, I wanted to shout out the second Chris that called because first Chris, the first Chris is a troll. He's a troll. PT, you're letting trolls call in.
I was starting to think that. But I don't know. I was trying to give him a chance. I was trying to be a nice guy. I know Tyson wouldn't have that. So
Tyson would have cut his ass off mid-talk.
That should be his last chance. That should be his last chance. He's had 2 strikes. Next time he's got to watch the game.
The fact that he hasn't watched the game in 10 years. I've watched more Jets games than him in the last 10.
That's hard to believe again because we've been on primetime. We've had primetime games. We've played on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
He's not watching those games. It's very shady. You are correct about that. It's very shady.
They've also had the Saturday night game in Buffalo that Tyson doesn't want to remember.
There's a lot of games in Buffalo we don't want to remember.
There's a lot. There's a lot of games.
That last game with Fitzmagic, bro, when he just kicked the fucking field goal, could have made the playoffs, but not his nut ass. He want to throw it in there for an interception. All he needs is a fucking field goal, man.
I remember that.
Tyson legitimately hasn't recovered since that game.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm aware.
He was a nice, friendly, humble, respectable guy before that game, during that trip, and then when he left, he's never been the same. His soul is still somewhere in those loud stands, those loud bleachers.
Oh my god!
That they were banging all game.
So he's probably happy. Fitzpatrick had surgery today.
Hey, and he's out for
yeah.
Oh, is that for the year?
Yo, how many followers you got right now? How's the channel going, man?
282.
Yes, hey man.
18 away.
1808.
Yo, everybody follow my little nephew right here, Jose. The GOAT, aka Crenshaw.
What do they got to search to follow you? Just Jose Rodriguez?
Seahawks Jose Rodriguez.
Seahawks Jose Rodriguez. Definitely give Jose a follow, guys.
Which I will. Which I might change after this season if they trade Russell Wilson, because Jesus Christ.
It's going to be Jets Jose Rodriguez?
Yeah, it might be.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
It might be.
Yo.
It might be.
Yes, sir.
I know. One more season. One more season of straight. At least you could wish me luck.
At least we can wish you luck on what?
No, remember? BMF, Tyrone, BMF.
Oh, BMF, yes, sir. Listen, I've been trying to get prime time in. I've been trying to get prime time in Tyson Washington, man. They don't even listen to Griselda, bro.
Please watch BMF prime time.
I'll put it on my list. I haven't even started my Christmas shopping yet. I got a lot of shit to catch up on.
Well, he watched one power. I watched Power one time. Bro, what kind of shit is that?
I want-
Yo, man.
I
So
love
much-
Power. What are you talking about? There's only so many shows I can follow while
Being
doing the stream, while working.
BMF is better than Power, bro. BMF is
Don't
better
watch
than
Power Book 2.
wrong
Don't
with
watch Power Book 2.
I've been watching Power Book 2.
Oh, God. What's wrong with you?
It's good.
What-
Wait, no, the one with young 50 Cent. I watched one episode of that. That was trash. I stopped watching that one. But with Tariq, I'm
Hey,
good
that
with
was
that
good,
one.
though. Yo. Yo, Kane, yo, right crazy. Yo, listen. I ain't into the front, man. Yo, 50 definitely doing his thing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
everything he touches,
I
bro,
gave up
it's
on that
just
after
magic, bro.
one episode.
Yeah, you can't give up on that. That's better than Little Ghost.
Yeah, Tariq's a snitch.
Yeah.
He's gonna get his eventually.
Yo,
I hope so.
yo,
They father like
Tyreek,
son.
Tyreek got everything going on.
Yeah.
All right,
Jose,
guys.
man, great talking with you.
Have
Glad
a
you're
good
doing
night.
well.
Hey, love you,
Thanks for
nephew.
having me.
Keep doing
Love
your
you
thing.
guys too. See you next week.
See you later, bro. Love you,
All
man.
right, brother, be good, bro.
Love you too.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you also to everybody that has purchased shirts and donated for our fundraiser. We were able to send
sir.
$800 to the Jersey City Fire Department, which is amazing for this time of year, giving back for a great cause. So thank you to everybody that helped with that and helped spread the word. Talk to you guys Friday night. Game preview, Jets Saints. Can't wait. Have a good night.
Yes,